I was 19 when I made my first investment, and within 3 months of making that investment, I lost 60% of its value. Yes, I managed to lose more than half of the money that I invested within 3 months of making it. My strategy was very simple. I wanted to make a lot of money and I wanted to make it quick. And because of that, I took crazy amounts of risk without even realizing. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll tell you something which I so wish someone had told me when I had just begun. It actually would have helped me save a lot of money. Now I understand making investments can be really overwhelming, especially if you don't have the necessary background. So in this video, I'll tell you the basics of making your own portfolio, how can you assess your risk, and what asset classes you should invest in. Make sure you watch the entire video because towards the end, I am going to tell you what percent of your portfolio should be in which asset class depending upon your risk profile. So let's start guys. The first and the most basic thing that you can do is to start saving. Now I know that's common sense and we all should do that. But what we need to realize is that in your 20s and when we are beginning out, we don't have a lot of money. And if we don't save regularly and invest regularly and make a principal amount large, then no matter how much effort we put into making a strategy, selecting an asset class, we won't get an adequate return. So second thing you should do is write down your financial goals. Now I know in your 20s, you're still traversing life, you're not sure what you want to do, but roughly write down your goals. So determine how much money you would need in short, medium and long term. So say for example, you want to go for your MBA in a few years. That will be your short term money requirement. And say in the next 5 to 7 years, you want to get married. So that will be your medium term goals. And say in the next 10 to 15 years, you want to purchase a house. That becomes your long term goal. Now this process will help you in two things. First, you will realize that you don't have a lot of time and the quantum of money that you need in the near future is high enough and you should start saving immediately. And second, you will realize your risk profile. Also at this point, you need to realize that you may not be able to save fully for the financial obligations in the short to medium term. That actually depends upon the quantum of money that you are saving currently. But that is not a problem. In the short to medium term, you can always take a debt obligation, but the amount of debt you have to take will reduce significantly if you start investing right now. So the third step is to determine your risk profile. So if you are someone who has a lot of short to medium term obligations, then your risk profile is very low. You should take very less risk. Now I know that sounds counterproductive because since we need that money in the nearer future, we should be aiming to achieve the highest return that we can. But remember, higher the return, higher the risk that you have to take. And suppose when you are in actual need of the money, the economy is in a downturn or your investments are not performing well, then there is a good chance that you will have to liquidate your investments at an amount which is lower than your initial investment. Hence, for the short and medium term, you should take as minimum risk as possible and invest in safer securities. However, if you are someone who has a long-term horizon and you don't have a lot of obligations in the near future, you can invest your money into riskier assets and aim to generate a higher return. So now that you've established what your risk profile is, the next step is to choose assets which are suitable for your risk profile. So the first asset class I'll talk about is real estate. Now traditional real estate investments is something which is very high in quantum and most of us can't really invest in that right now. But a specific instrument which is called REITs, that is Real Estate Investment Trust, is something that you can invest in. It's a great investment, and if I have to very loosely explain it, it is like a mutual fund for properties which is traded on the stock market. Now REITs is very new to Indian markets, but it is a great investment and I would define its risk as medium risk. The second asset class that I'll talk about is gold. Gold is something which Indians love, but I'm not talking about traditional gold jewelry. I am talking about gold bars, gold coins and gold ETFs. Now gold as an asset class has a very interesting characteristic. It acts like an economic hedge, which means that when the economy is performing well, the value of gold will go down, but when the economy is not performing well, the value of gold will increase. Now this is really good to have in your portfolio. Say you want to liquidate your portfolio when the economy is not doing very well and all the other investments have depreciated. That is the time when you can take advantage of gold being in your portfolio and selling a part of it. Now the third type of asset class is bonds. Now whenever an institution borrows money as a loan from the general public, then a unit of this loan is called as a bond. Now there are two types of bonds, government bonds and corporate bonds. Now government bonds we can't really purchase at this stage because the quantum of money to purchase them is very high. Whereas corporate bonds is something which we can get exposure to. Now the risk and return profile of corporate bonds depends largely on which company is issuing it. So say if a big company and a big brand name is issuing the security, then of course the bond will be a safer asset compared to a company whose inherent risk is very high. Now the fourth type of investment is the equity market. Now in equity market, you get part ownership of the company by purchasing a stock from the stock market. Now in equity market also the risk largely depends on which company you're investing in. Now if you arrange all the companies by their market capitalization, which is their value or their monetary worth on the stock market, then the first 100 companies will be called as large cap companies. Then from 101st to 250th company will be called as mid cap companies, and the companies after 250 will be known as small cap companies. Now large cap companies generally have medium risk and small and mid cap companies usually have higher risk. With that, I hope you understand the basic of all the asset classes, the traditional asset classes that are there that you can invest in. Now the description of the asset classes that I give and the classification of risk profile is according to me and my own experience. Each individual security or each individual investment into these asset classes may differ in their risk. But now that you know the generic risk profile of these assets and you know your own risk profile as well, you can map these two and make your own portfolio. So if you're in your early 20s and you don't have a lot of obligations in the near term and you mainly want to invest for mid to long term, then your portfolio should look something like this. First will be my assets which are safe, which I know no matter what happens that money is secured. This part of your portfolio should be roughly 30%. This will be in terms of emergency when you need money. The value of this portfolio has a very low chance of diminishing. This portfolio will mainly include securities which are your fixed deposits, gold, as well as very low risk debt funds. So the next part of your portfolio, which is roughly 35% of your portfolio, should be invested into medium risk securities. These securities will give you roughly 10 to 15% of return. And these asset classes are REITs, large cap equity market instruments, as well as hybrid funds. Hybrid funds are funds which invest both into corporate bonds as well as equity market securities. After that, the other 35% which is left in the portfolio should be invested into small cap as well as mid cap funds. This is the amount which is the most riskiest and will give you a return which is upwards of 50%. This is how you constitute your portfolio, guys. Now this portfolio classification was someone who was in their early 20s and wanted to save for medium to long term. Now as you want to save more for the medium and short term, you should increase your investments into safer and medium risk assets. Now if you are someone with a longer horizon and you don't need money at all in the short to medium term, then you should increase your investments into higher risk securities, that is the medium and high risk portfolio. And that is how you make your portfolio, guys. Now I hope this video tells you how to make your portfolio and gives you a basic idea which you can build upon. Now I get this video could be a little technical, but I wanted to cover all the basics so that you don't make the same mistakes that I made. In the comment section below, please guys tell me if you have any further questions related to this video and what content you want me to cover next. Also guys, I had one disclosure. Everything that I've said in this video is according to my own personal experience, and you should conduct your own research before making your own investments. Also guys, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such investing videos.